So this week I decided to discuss the OSI model, which consists of 7 layers, and it becomes an important role, especially in my line of work, which I provide help desk support for an organization. And we use this model a lot because when it comes to providing help desk support, you have to quickly identify where the problem lies. It could be an actual physical problem. It could be within the transmission of the data, or it could be an application problem on the physical desktop. And so it becomes very important, and you need to quickly identify where the issue is. And so the OSI model consists of 7 different layers: application, presentation, session, transport, network, data link, and physical. And there's several acronyms out there to which can help you remember and identify each of these layers. The one that I prefer is all people seem to need data processing. And when you're troubleshooting an issue for an end user, you have to very quickly try to identify where exactly is the problem. And so when an end user calls our help desk, they might identify a problem such as I cannot print to a printer, or I cannot connect to a certain computer. And so what we do is we identify exactly where the problem is. One of the very first things we do is, can we ping the device in question? When we ping a device, that essentially addresses layers 1 through 3. Is there a physical problem connecting to the device, or is there a data link or network issue with the device? By being able to successfully ping a device, that tells us that, okay, layers 1 through 3 are established and are working. But then comes layers 4 through 6. It could be that, yes, we can communicate with the device in question, but there might be an issue with presentation, session, or transport. Working with services such as VMware and other application services, session plays a very important role, because that is a lot of times where the problem is. Sometimes a session might get hung up. There might be multiple sessions, and so a lot of times we have to log into the service that is being provided, verify if there's multiple sessions that are complicating each other, or might have a session that might get hung up, and we have to cancel them. And then there's the top layers, application and presentation. Application is the layer to which the end user specifically works with. That could be Microsoft Word, that could be Citrix, that could be email programs, and that's what they use to interface. And so it's hard sometimes to try to determine where the problem is. Do you start from the top layer and work your way down, or do you work from the bottom layer and work your way up? We tend to work from the bottom layer up because, one, if we can successfully ping a device, that's taking care of the first 3 layers, and then we work from 4 through 7 to determine where the problem lies. But it could be that, yes, the first 3 layers are working, the application layer is also working, but the problem is somewhere within presentation, session, or transport. A presentation problem would be file formats. Are they trying to open up a particular file with a particular program, but that program might not support said file format? Sessions tends to be one of the bigger issues, or the main cause of an issue, because a user might be logged in multiple times, logged in from multiple workstations, and so oftentimes if a user calls us with a problem, we tend to go to the session layer and remove sessions, delete sessions, end sessions, and oftentimes that resolves the problem. Transport layers seem to be kind of integrated with network issues. If we notice that there is a transport layer issue, oftentimes it might be latency or delay in communication, and we often have to go to network devices to troubleshoot those type of issues. But yes, this ends my quick presentation of the OSI layer and how I work with it on a daily basis, and it is an important process to understand, because when it comes to being able to provide support, you need to be able to quickly identify where the problem is, and the OSI layer allows you to do that very quickly by being able to determine where the problem is.